AI is getting so incredibly good at helping us build and design things, but what about our visuals? Well, Google DeepMind just dropped something called Nano Banana, and it's a new image model that's really pushing creative automation to a whole new level. Let's dive in and see what makes this thing such a game changer. We've all been there, right? You've got this perfect idea in your head. Maybe you want to change the background or turn a photo into a cool cartoon. But then you're stuck, clicking through endless menus and just wrestling with layers for what feels like an hour. It's so frustrating. What if you could just say what you want? Well, that exact problem is what Nano Banana is designed to solve. It's built to be the bridge between what's in your imagination and the final image, cutting out all that tedious manual work in between. So, what is it exactly? The best way to think about it is as a creative assistant that's built for control. This isn't about those one click filters that give you some generic result. No, this is about telling the model precisely how you want to transform your images. It's like having all the power of Photoshop, but the only tool you need is your imagination. And what's really incredible here is the level of fine-grained control you get. It can keep your dog looking like your dog, even if you put it in a totally new scene. So no more weirdly morphing pets. It can blend photos together seamlessly, edit just one little part of an image, or even transfer style, turning a real photo into a fantasy world. And it does all this while keeping the details looking natural and human. And here's the most revolutionary part. You get all that power without ever touching a layer, a mask, or some complex selection tool. Nope, you do it all with natural language prompts. It's basically a creative studio that fits right in your pocket. And because it's so powerful, yet so simple to use, people are having a ton of fun with it. Let's take a look at some of the examples that have just been taking over the internet. For instance, you could take a picture of your dog and just ask Nano Banana to turn it into a 16-bit video game character, maybe even put him in a forest level to explore. The result is it's charming, it's specific, and it's created in seconds. Or, okay, how about something a little more epic? You can feed it a photo of a real island and have it transformed into this detailed 3D fantasy map filled with tiny ports and dramatic mountains. I mean, this would take a digital artist hours, maybe even days to create. And this is a perfect example of the model's playful side. Somebody prompted it to remake a pair of sneakers entirely out of bubble wrap. Why? Well, why not? It just goes to show you the only real limit here is your own creativity. This quote just captures the whole experience perfectly. It really feels less like you're just using a tool and more like you're co-creating with an AI partner that actually gets your creative vision. It becomes a conversation. So, to sum it all up, there are basically 5 key reasons for all the hype. 1, its consistency is just incredible. 2, you can literally just talk to it and it works. 3, it blends elements together so seamlessly in a way that used to take hours of manual work. 4, you get great results almost instantly, not after 20 revisions. And 5, let's be honest, the quirky name and these super fun examples just made it the most enjoyable AI launch of the year. But all this fun and all this viral creativity, it really points to something much, much bigger. This isn't just a toy. It's a professional tool that is unlocking a whole new level of creative automation. And for teams and creators, this is where it gets really interesting. You can use Nano Banana directly inside Latenode, the workflow automation platform, right now. And the best part? There's no complicated setup required at all. So let's just compare the old way versus the new way, right? Typically, integrating a new AI model means you're juggling API keys, separate billing accounts is a mess. Latenode simplifies all of that with something called PNP tokens, which handles all the authentication and the billing seamlessly. It is a true plug-and-play experience, so you can just start building immediately. This is a really key shift in thinking. When you place a tool like Nano Banana inside an automation platform, its whole identity changes. It's no longer just a standalone art tool. It becomes a creative automation node, a powerful, intelligent step in a much bigger workflow. And this just unlocks huge potential for businesses. You could automatically generate 10 different visual variations for a marketing campaign. You could personalize a thank you email by turning a customer's pet into a custom avatar. You can integrate it into your existing systems to auto-generate mockups or prototype ideas in seconds instead of hours. So let's look at a really concrete example of how this all comes together. What if you could build a fully automated viral content engine? Okay, Here's how the pipeline works. First, you use Nano Banana to automatically generate a whole batch of unique visuals, let's say an entire cast of pixel art pets. Then, those images are automatically sent over to a video model like Veo 3, which brings them to life with animation. And finally, the system publishes those finished videos directly to your TikTok, your Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, all without you lifting a finger.
Just think about that for a second. The entire pipeline, from the initial idea to the static image to the final video to publishing it online, can be fully automated. You've basically just built a content creation machine that runs all by itself.
Now, this is more than just a cool workflow. It's really a sign of what's coming next for creative work in general. See, the next wave isn't about AI replacing us. It's about AI models becoming our creative teammates. They're these specialized partners we can collaborate with to bring our ideas to life faster and more imaginatively than we ever could before. And if these AI models are your new teammates, then an automation platform like Latenode is the office or the digital workspace where they all come together. It's the central hub that connects tools like ChatGPT, Stable Diffusion, and now Nano Banana into one unified, powerful workflow. Creativity and ideas, they move at lightning speed. And this kind of integration is all about making sure our tools and our workflows can actually keep up. It's time to experiment and innovate. So that leaves us with one final exciting question. Now that you have this powerful, intuitive, and automated visual partner right at your fingertips, what are you going to create with your new AI teammate?